Hi everyone, it's PhD Sim here and welcome back to a chatty video. I don't do these very often, but with a new game pack coming out. So today is February 26th and Strangerville is coming out for The Sims 4 on PC anyway. I don't know about console. And I thought I would take a look at all the other packs and I'm going to rank them. I'm not going to separate stuff packs from game packs from expansions. I'm going to rank all 26 packs. Yes, there are 26 packs for The Sims 4. I'm going to rank them number 1 to 26. So if you want my opinion on that, and I think it's quite interesting because I've watched a lot of Simmers do this, and what I find interesting is the builders will like certain packs that I do not care for, and maybe the storyline players like certain packs, or maybe people who are doing Tumblr posts like certain packs that people who do YouTube may differ. Like, everybody's opinion differs. So everybody's opinion differs, and I find that super interesting. So I don't really build in The Sims, so the build items don't excite me as much as the cast items, as much as the gameplay element of the packs. So I feel like my list is going to differ from somebody else's list and will differ from your list as well. So I'm really interested if you put down in the comments your favourite packs. Let me know what packs you're saving up for, what is your favourite pack, what pack couldn't you play without, all that good stuff. So I have ranked everything, and I've kind of got 3 sections to my list. I've got my green section. Sorry if I look over here, it's just because my list is over here on my second monitor. But my green items, I've got 5 packs which I could not play The Sims 4 without. And they're going to be my top 5. Then I have my amber, which is about 10 packs that I really enjoy and I really like, but I could take them out of my game. It wouldn't really negatively impact my gameplay if I didn't have those packs. And then the remaining, 9 packs, I think. I don't know if that adds up to what it should be, but the remaining packs I have in red, and they are packs that I could quite easily uninstall and I really wouldn't miss them. Not to say that they're bad packs, it's just there's a lot better, and if I ever get to the point where I need to uninstall packs because my game performance is low, these are going to be the first packs to go. And they're also packs where maybe the CC is better than what these packs have to offer, so I can fulfill that want or need through custom content rather than like official packs. Anyway, I hope that was a ramble. Hope that made sense. So I'm going to jump into the game, just so, because with the new menu we can actually remind ourselves what each pack gave us, and I used that to rank my packs, so I think it's really interesting. So in at number 26, I don't think this is going to be a big surprise to anyone, we have My First Pet Stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think some of the stuff in this pack is bad. Well, in my personal opinion, and obviously everything in this video is going to be my opinion, so feel free to disagree, but in my opinion, I wasn't that blown over by the cast items, or the, I suppose, cap. What do we call create a pet? Cap? I wasn't like blown away with these items. I could quite easily not have these in my game. So just to remind you, we had these 3 hairs which I have never used and can't see myself ever using because I really do not think they're very nice. I don't really use the pet clothing very much, and I could definitely leave these. And the other items are take it or leave it. In terms of build mode, I actually really like the build mode stuff in this pack. I've used them quite a lot. I love the kids activity table because it's a lot more detailed than some of the others in the game. I like this sofa piece because you can turn it into an L-shaped sofa, but I don't really like swatches too much on it. I do love the cat beds and the cat trees and the cat boxes and the litter box and stuff, because I think they're a lot cuter than what came with cats and dogs. And I love some of the kids like furniture. So I really like the build by items in this pack. But why it is number 26 is because I do not feel like this should have been a pack at all. This should have all been included in cats and dogs. And we can debate that back and forth all day long. But that's just my opinion, and so I don't think this pack should exist, therefore it's number 26 on my list. Number 25, I have luxury party stuff, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I believe this was the first ever pack to come for The Sims 4, and I kind of feel like 4 years on, 5 years on, wherever we are, it kind of shows. I feel like the quality is a lot lower than the latest packs. If you compare this pack with something like bowling night, the cat items we got with bowling night, or maybe something like fitness stuff, I think those blow this pack out of the water. I really don't like the makeup. I think it's very cheap, and I'd never use it. I don't like it. The cast items are okay, but I don't love them, and I'm not I very rarely use some of these items. In terms of build buy mode, very little, and the sort of functional items are the fountain and the buffet table, which granted I do use. I use them for my weddings, but it's like not essential. I mean, you can cater for the wedding a different way, and I can take it or leave it. But don't get me wrong, I don't hate this pack. It's just I could take this out of my game and not really miss it too much. Number 24 is a pack that I was extremely disappointed in, as I think a lot of people were. It's Cool Kitchen. Now, I actually quite like the cast items in here. I think there's some nice jackets and stuff. It's just the whole pack is a bit weird to me. It's like, it's just a bit, I just don't get the title. I mean, the Cool Kitchen kind of relates to the ice cream maker, and you get like a couple of like counters, but I don't love it. I don't really use those counters very much. I try to use them in builds, but I don't like the frosted glass upper cabinets. I wish you kind of gave us a version that didn't have that. The hairs I'm not a massive fan of, but I do like some of the clothing. And in terms of build buy, I wish I could open this up bigger, but I can't. Yeah, I don't tend to use it very much. And the only reason I use the ice cream maker is because I have a mod that gets rid of the freezer burn. What's it called? Brain freeze? Freezer burn? That's not what I'm thinking of. So I don't tend to use this pack very much, but I don't hate it. I don't hate any of the packs, to be honest, apart from my first pet stuff. But again, even my first pet stuff, I don't hate the pack itself. It's the shenanigans behind it, if we're going to use that word. So number 23 is Spooky Day, and actually I really enjoyed this pack when it first came out. I really like the items, I like the event, but I feel like it's kind of a bit obsolete now, because when we first got this pack, we didn't have autumn, we didn't really have any sort of calendar system that came with seasons, so this pack is really good now that we have seasons, but it feels like it's a bit obsolete, and it could have been, if seasons had come out years ago, could have been part of seasons. So it feels a bit weird that it's a standalone pack now. And I didn't get this pack for a long time. I waited till it was on sale, because it's one of those things you can take or leave. I mean, how often do your Sims have a Halloween party or Spooky Day party? Maybe once a year if you're playing. Maybe now that you've got seasons, you might be doing it more often because the seasons are coming around. But before that, I was having a Halloween party when Halloween was in real life. And there's a lot of custom content that you can replace this with, and you can create your own Spooky Day via the calendar and season. So I feel like if you haven't got Spooky Day stuff now, it's not that necessary. Okay, so number 22 is Vampires. This is still in my take it or leave it pack. Oh, click the wrong ones. This is still in my red section, my take it or leave it. I could remove Vampires from my game and it would have absolutely no impact on my game whatsoever. The only reason I got it is because I got it on sale. I was never planning to buy it, but you know, when they were on sale, I was like, I might as well take a punt. I've never ever played this pack, ever. I've had it for a long time. Like I said, I didn't get it when it first came out, but I've had it a long time and I've never ever played with it. So it's a bit unfair for me to rank it so low, but one of the reasons I haven't played with it is because it doesn't interest me. I'm not into the supernatural stuff very much. I like family orientated real life gameplay. So for people who love vampires and supernaturals in The Sims, I think you're going to love this pack, because as far as I've seen, and I've watched other people's Let's Plays, it's a very well thought out pack. It's very detailed. There's a lot of good like thought, and it's very well developed. That's not my opinion, that's what I've seen from other people. So I think if you like this sort of thing, it'll probably be higher up on your list, but for me it's low down, and a lot of the items are very niche and you can't use them very much. Maybe you could use them for Spooky Day stuff, but a lot of the cast and a lot of the build bone is very niche, so I could take this out of my game and it would really have any impact at all. Therefore, that's why it's quite low on my list. Number 21 is Perfect Patio. This pack I've put quite low because it's still a bit of a sore point for me. I didn't feel like hot tubs should be a purchasable item. I just felt like this pack was literally sold around the idea of hot tubs, and it didn't sit well with me. It didn't sit well with me that a stuff pack, you put one item in a stuff pack and suddenly everybody wants to buy it, and it was a selling point. I kind of get the marketing side of it, but I don't know, I was very angry when this pack first came out, and I still hold a little bit of that resentment now. So very few cast items, as you can see, very few cast items, and none of them particularly brilliant or really interesting or unique. I could take it or leave it. The only reason I bought this pack is for the hot dogs. Hot dogs? The hot tubs, man, am I thinking about my food already? The only reason I bought this pack was for the hot tub, so I definitely fell into that trap, like, don't get me wrong. It was very clever because I definitely fell into it. I do like some of the outdoor stuff. I use the barbecue quite a bit, and I use some of the chairs and furniture items. It's just, I could take it or leave it. I really don't care for it that much, to be honest. Number 20 is Romantic Guardian, and I actually really like this pack in terms of, I think everything is very well done, it's very beautiful, it's gorgeous, I love everything. It's just I don't build and I don't landscape, so for me I don't use these items very much, but I do appreciate the detail that's gone into them. I love the flowers, I love all the stonework. I think it's really, really pretty, so that's why it's not that high on my list because I don't use it very often, but I do think it's very nice. And I do like the floral clothing. I actually use quite a few of these. Looking at it now, I can see I use quite a few of those. The hair is very pretty. The kids' clothes are very nice, the girls' clothes anyway. Yeah, so this pack is better than some of the other stuff packs, but I don't use it to its full potential, therefore, and that's just because of my playstyle. So therefore it is number 20 on my list. Number 19 is Toddler Stuff, and actually I was really excited for this pack when it first came out. Let me see, where are you? So it's not that I don't like this pack. I think the toddler clothing is very good. I use it a lot. I really like it. It's just with a lot of CC coming out for toddlers, I don't feel like it's the most essential pack. I think it's very well done. I really like the cast stuff. I love the little hoodie here. It comes with like a fox swatch, which I really like. The kids' hairs are very nice. The little bee outfit is very good. Like, I really like the casts. The build mode items were a little disappointing. I love the slide. We don't need to talk about the ball pit. I don't think we need to talk about the ball pit. My expression probably tells you what I think about the ball pit. It's just, it's not what I thought it was going to be. It's very geared towards an outside picnic in a park maybe. And I do like the items, you know, the slide and the jungle gym type thing for the toddlers, because I think it's really good that the toddlers have an activity. But it's just the theme of the pack, the outdoor, some of the sizings, like before they allowed you to reduce the size of items, those rugs were too big. Like, there was just a few things with this pack that I wasn't like loving, but I do like the creative sim items. It's just I feel like I could take this pack up my game and not miss it too much, so that's why it's not too high on my list, but I do enjoy this pack. Number 18 is Spa Day. Again, I could take this out of my game and not really miss it. And the reason this is low on my list is actually I really enjoy it. I love the wellness skill, I love the yoga, I love the meditation. I just don't use it as much as I thought I would. I really like the fact this game pack brought new skills. I actually like the whole massaging thing, and I like the steam rooms, I like the new woohoo spots. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate this pack in any way. I actually really enjoy it. I just feel like it's not essential to the game. It doesn't change the game that much. It doesn't make the game, like, if you took it out, it wouldn't make me really, really hate playing the game or anything like that. And there's some stuff later on that we'll get to that if they didn't bring those packs out, I would have been, or if they took those packs away, not that they could, but if those packs disappeared from my game, I would be very upset. So Spa Day, I think I love the items. I think it's a very clean, really modern. Some of the furnishing items are really well done. I like the new items, the massaging, the yoga mats. I like the new gym equipment. I love the fish tanks. I just think, look how many items we got. We got tons and tons of items. Actually, I do use the tiles and the sort of like decor, you know, the walls and the floors quite a lot. I actually really love this pack for the items, and the cast items are pretty good too. Always thought before this pack came out we were lacking a little bit in fitness clothing, so I really enjoy that. Some of the hairs are good. It's just Spa Day, it's not essential. The last pack I have in my red section, or my could do without, is kids room stuff, and this again is more, I don't need it. I can get more clothing for my kids via CC, and I know not everyone wants CC on mods in their game, so that's not a valid point for everybody, but like, I could take or leave this pack. I like the void critters, but I very rarely get my sim kids to play it. Like, I don't utilise that feature as much as I thought I might do. I mean, it's cute, don't get me wrong. There's some nice clothing for the kids, and the build mode items, yeah, I mean, they're useful and stuff. Like, I don't really use like the void critters. I don't really use the puppet theatre as much as I thought I would. But I appreciate this pack because I do feel like our kids were lacking some decor and some activities. So I do appreciate this pack. It's just I don't necessarily love it enough that I would miss it. Okay, so we're moving on to the amber section of my game, and this is stuff that I would probably notice if I took it out of my game, and this is stuff that I would definitely recommend buying if you're looking to buy new packs. They're just not like essential. So if you've got a bit of spare cash or there's a sale and you want to pick up some packs, my amber section, if you haven't already got them, would be a good place to start. Okay, so number 16 is the Outdoor Retreat game pack. I really like this game pack because our Sims, it's nice to get away from the humdrum life of going to work all the time, having the weekends maybe just going to a local park or something. It's nice to actually be able to take your Sims on vacation. And although I really want like a proper vacation pack where the Sims can go like to a beach or like skiing or something cool like that, I actually like this game pack for what it is. I think it's quite fun. I really enjoy the gas. I like the camping vibe. I mean, they gave us tons and tons of cast items. I actually always use the trainers and the shoes and things that came with it, and that's all really good. I like the hairs, the little braids. I use those a lot. Yeah, there's some hairs I really like in here. The shorts, the jeans, the tracky bottoms. I like all the cast items. And as for the gameplay, I really enjoy taking my Sims camping. I don't do it all the time because I feel like we would get bored eventually. But I think it's fun, and like the little added touches with the hermit, and you can go hiking, you can do herbalism. Herbalism skill I feel is a bit limited. It could have been fleshed out a bit more. It's a little bit dull if you're trying to do it at home because there's not much you can do unless you've got all the items you need to make your concoctions and things like that. But for like a little camping pack, I think it's really good. Like, you definitely don't need it for your game, but I think it adds something fun to your game. So I definitely would pick this up if you have the opportunity to. Number 15 is backyard stuff. We have had a lot of stuff packs geared around the outside for The Sims 4. And the reason I like backyard stuff more than Perfect Patio or Romantic Garden, let me just find it first, is one, the slip inside is really fun. I really enjoy that. I love the fact you can have the soap bubbles as well. I think it's super fun. I like all the cast items, and I don't know, it's just got that real summer holiday vibe, and paired with seasons, this is a really fun pack. Like, I think all of this stuff works for the summer. I really like the umbrellas, the tables with the umbrellas. I think everything's very cute and fun, and I like the bird feeders. I love the sound of the wind chimes. Some people probably would get annoyed with that, but I really like outdoorsy Sims, and I love the slip and slide. I think it's super fun, and I just think it's a little bit better than Perfect Patio and Romantic Garden in my opinion. But we definitely didn't need 3 outdoor themed packs, to be honest. Number 14 is movie Hangout, and I'm not too fussed about the movie side of this. I do actually enjoy having my Sims sit down and have a bowl of popcorn and watch the movies, but that's not the reason I like this pack. The reason I like this pack is the whole cast items and the build buy, the whole boho chick thing. I really like it. I don't use it that often, but I just think it's a really weird pack. It's a bit of a mashup. I don't understand how that fits in with the movie side of it. But I actually really like the clothing. I really like the build buy items. And the movie stuff is a really nice bonus. But like this jumper for the guys, I use it all the time. This open neck shirt I use all the time. This shirt I use all the time. And I would miss these items if they weren't in my game because I use them a lot. It's more than males. These tracky bottoms I use all the time. So I would really miss some of the male clothing options. And there's some really nice hairs in this pack as well for the girls. And I don't really need to say too much about the build buy items. I think they're all really great. I love them all. I think they're really cool. The popcorn maker's a lot of fun, although my Sims are obsessed with popcorn, which annoys me because if you've got one bowl of popcorn, they go mad. But I really like the build buy items and I use those a lot. Number 13 is the first expansion pack we have, and it's actually Get to Work, and I love Get to Work. This pack made me love The Sims 4. When The Sims 4 first came out, they were offering a 24-hour or a 48-hour trial of the game, and I played it, and I remember being so disappointed. I loved The Sims 3. Like, I stand The Sims 3. I love The Sims 2. I was probably quite young when Sims 1 came out, and I didn't have a very good computer, but I'm sure I would have loved that as well. But I used to play Sims 2 and Sims 3 to death. And when Sims 4 came out, I was so excited. But when I played it, I was very disappointed because back then it was a very stripped back, the very original release, before any patches, before any free items, before swimming pools, before anything. Before toddlers even. It was a very, very, very stripped back basic game. You can go back to some people's LPs. People like English Shimmer had an LP of the original Sims 4. The map wasn't even coloured in, for Christ's sake. It was a very stripped back game. And I think if you bought the Sims 4 base game right now, you would be in a better position because it's been patched. A lot of stuff has been added and changed. Like we've got the terrain tools, we've got the coloured maps, we've got toddlers, we've got swimming pools. Like loads of stuff has been patched in. And I think the base game on its own is a lot better now. But back then it was very, very stripped back. And I played the 24-hour, whatever it was. And I decided at that point I wasn't going to purchase the game. I was going to wait. And when Get to Work came out, I played it, I bought the pack, I bought Sims 4 base game on discount and I got Get to Work on discount, and I literally could not stop playing. I had that addiction, I had that like love for the game that I had for Sims 3 and Sims 2, so I appreciate Get to Work for that. And back then was when I started to look into doing YouTube and stuff like that, so I love this pack for that reason. It's just if you don't want to play the active careers, it doesn't offer you a lot. If you're not playing the active careers, you're kind of missing out on a lot of this pack. The cast items are good. I love the introduction of the aliens and the abductions. I love the new baking skill, the photography skill. I love the fact you can do retail stores. This pack gave us a lot. I'm surprised that they didn't put the whole retail system and baking and running coffee shops and cafes and stuff in a separate pack altogether. Yeah, that really surprised me that they never did a game pack centered around baking and running a business. But I'm glad they didn't, because I think it makes Get to Work a really, really great pack. I really enjoy it. It's just, I couldn't put it that much higher on the list because I feel like if you don't want to play the active careers, if you like your Sims to go off the lot so you can concentrate on other things or play through the day while they're at work really quickly, I feel like you're going to miss out a lot on this pack. But the build buy my items are good. They are very centered around the retail or the careers, but I still like a lot of them. And like the photo studio is really cool. I love the photography skill. I love the baking skill. So, I mean, a lot of the build buy, if you're not going to play the active careers, is a bit of a waste. But there's other things like this glass desk, these glass chairs. I use these glass chairs all the time. So it's a real 50-50 pack. I think some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it, which is why it's fairly low on my list. Number 12 is Dine Out. And I know Dine Out is a very glitchy pack. A lot of people have problems with it, like lags. I have to use a lot of mods to get it to run very well. I've never run my own restaurant, and I tried, and I found it really frustrating. I got angry and it glitched all the time. My employees didn't do what they were told. People were standing around, people wouldn't sit down. It was very slow, food to come out slow, and it just took the enjoyment out of it. But the introduction of restaurants, I loved. I love taking my Sims out for dinner. I like the fact you can have cake brought to the table. I like the fact you can customise the waiters' outfits, you can customise menu, you can create, like, people have done like vegan restaurants, they've done like Asian themed restaurants, they've done like McDonald's in the game. I love all of that stuff, and I love downloading restaurants from the gallery. So that is why it's this high up on my list. The whole running the restaurant kind of side of it, I could leave, but having restaurants in the game that your Sims can visit, eat at, I really love. Number 11 is Vintage Glamour. And this is probably we're getting on to a bunch of stuff packs in a row here that I really like, because they're some of the newer ones and they're very, very well done. And Vintage Glamour kind of marked a turning point in my mind of when the packs started to really improve in quality. Vintage Glamour was the first pack that I really noticed a difference. I feel like the hairs are very good. I love like the new jewellery we got. Some of the dresses, I use this dress all the time. I actually really enjoy the cast items. The build buy, I love it. I don't use everything all together at once because it's very themed, but I use the side tables a lot. I use the whole makeup vanity a lot. I love this pack for the decor items. I think it's really, really nice. You don't have to have a whole room themed vintage glamoury, but there's like really nice pieces. I use like these little items for dressing tables all the time. I love the fact we've got 2 choices of vanity. I love the pictures, the posters. I just love this pack. It's not for everybody, I agree, and I don't really utilise the butler system as much as I thought I might, but I love the pack for the style and the vibe. Okay, number 10 is very similar. Number 10 is bowling night. So bowling night, I really like the cast items. I think they're absolutely stunning. I love the shorts. I love this all-in-one. As soon as I saw this outfit, I knew I was going to love this pack. I love the jackets. I love the like this top and this top. I love them, and I love the jeans, and yeah, I really love this pack for that. I don't really care about the bowling, really doesn't bother me. I could take or leave the bowling side of it, but it is nice to have an optional, you know, not just going to a restaurant, go to a karaoke bar, going bowling. It adds another fun activity, and like I kind of like that. I think it's quite cool. But I do love the build buy items. I love the stools, I love the chairs, I love all the colours. Like, I just think this pack is very good, even if you don't care for the bowling itself. It's very good for the cast items and very good for the build buy items. Number 9, this might be a bit of a controversial one, but is Get Famous. Now, of course, I haven't fully played this pack, so I can't, you know, completely, you know, defend my position on this. But my thing with Get Famous is, I've found when I'm playing my Get Famous Let's Play, I really, really enjoy it. I love the cast items that came with it. I love some of the build buy items that came with it, and I really like the new skills that we got. However, when I play my other Let's Plays, I find the whole celebrity thing really annoying. Like, I find it annoying when my Sims go to a restaurant or a bar, everyone's distracted and crazed about some celebrity, and the celebrities seem to show up freaking everywhere. So when I'm playing Get Famous, I love this pack. When I'm playing any other Let's Play, this pack, some of the features annoy me. And I know it sounds really weird, but I kind of wish some of it was turn-offable. And a lot of the cast items annoyed me because they were all the costumes, and I wanted some like cast items that I could use for other occasions. Like, there are some stuff I really like, don't get me wrong. I love this like denim jacket here for the guys. A lot of it though, I've had to get CC versions because there's little things I don't like. For example, there's a top where I've got a CC version because I like the bottom not to be so like flared out. But so much of the cast is so unique to the acting career or whatever it is, and it's not true for everything, don't get me wrong. Like, I love this jacket, I like the new jewellery that came with it, but it's just, when I was looking, when it's an expansion pack, I was a little disappointed with the cast, to be honest. The build buy has similar problems, but I do like the new bedroom furniture. A lot of it is just like a bit over the top, and I know it's meant to be like top end celebrity, but like the bath with the wings on it, like everything's gold, and it's just kind of like, I'm not sure. I don't really tend to play super uber rich Sims very much, like living the high life. And I think once I finish my Get Famous LP, some of this is going to be a little bit difficult for me to use, so that's why it's a bit lower on my list. However, I haven't explored the pack to its fullest, so I may change my mind in the future. Number 8 is Fitness Stuff, and again, I don't particularly utilise this pack for its main attraction, which is probably this rock climbing, although it is fun and I do enjoy it. But I love the build buy and I love the cast items that came with this pack. I think, again, it's a very high quality pack. Some of the build items are gorgeous. Like, I love all the glass and the wood tones. I think it's a really, really well done pack. I just love the vibe, the aesthetic. I love this pack. I love loads of things about it. And also I love the cast items. I'm not too fussed about the hairs. They're not like my immediate like wow, I love those, but all of the athletic wear I think is really well made and really good. It's just a really good pack for the price. I think it's really, really worth it. I wish they'd introduced, yes, we've got the rock climbing, I can't like forget that, but I kind of wish they introduced maybe exercise bikes or something like that. But you know, they introduced a lot of other stuff, so I can't complain too much. And forgive me if I'm wrong, did this pack give us the dance, you know, the fitness where you can click the radio or the TV and do a fitness workout routine, because that is cool. Okay, number 7 on my list. Sorry if this video is getting freaking long. Go pause halfway through and get yourself a brew, because you're going to need one. I need one after this. I've been talking so much. So number 7 is Get Together. And this pack is very difficult. I found it very difficult to place this pack. It was much lower down before, but I moved it up because I love Windenburg. I think Windenburg is freaking awesome. I love the style of it. I love how different it is. I love the size of it. It is massive. I love the island. I love the skills that came DJ and dance. I think is really cool additions. And I actually do like the whole nightclub clubbing stuff that came for the young adults, because if we didn't have it, I'd miss it. But it felt like it came quite early on. So it's kind of an odd pack, but I love going to the bluffs. I love, you know, having a bonfire out on the bluffs. I just think it's a really, really, really great world, a massive pack, really cool. The whole club system I don't really use for its main purpose. Like, I use clubs to like get Sims. Like, I always create a family club so I can just click something, get everyone together at once, click on like I don't know, the slip inside and say play together. I just find the club system really useful in terms of like organising and getting my game to where I want it to be for the recording and the storytelling. I don't really use the clubs per se. I wish toddlers could be added to clubs so we could do mum and baby groups. That would be really awesome. I kind of think they missed a bit of a step with that. In terms of the cast items, like, I don't love them, I don't hate them. They're great additions, but they're not like the main thing I like about this pack. And the build by, yeah, I think for a builder they would love Get Together, because it gives you all this brickwork, all this like stuff to use, this like Tudor, Victorian, I don't even know what style this is, but I think it's very, very cool. So because I'm not a builder, I don't like hone in on that, but I do think, and then look how much they gave us, like pages and pages and pages of build by stuff. I think it's really cool. I just think it's very, very, very well thought out, fleshed out pack, and I really like that, and I love Windenburg. Okay, so the last one on my amber list, so this is my like take it or leave it. Like the reds, definitely I could get rid of and not be too worried. The ambers are kind of like, I like them and I enjoy them, but I wouldn't like go completely nuts without them. So the next one is Jungle Adventure. Now, when this pack first came out, I wasn't feeling it too much. I wasn't like you know, blown away. But when I played it, I played a little let's play. It was in like 12 parts, but I freaking loved it. I loved the temples. I loved Salvadorada. I loved the rumba, whatever that dance is. I freaking love that. I think that was so much fun. I love all the relics. I loved exploring all of that. I loved the archaeology skill. I just liked getting away. It felt like playing a new game. It gave it a breath of fresh air. I just loved Jungle Adventure. I think it was really fun. Although the reason it's on my number 6 and in the amber section is because you could take this pack out and it wouldn't make a difference to your everyday gameplay, but I love having it in the game for the fun of it. I love the skeletons, I love all the curses and the blessings. It's really fun, really fun. The cast items are a bit, I think what they've done here is quite clever. They've introduced cast items that you could use for outside of Jungle Adventure pack, like for example the shorts, the dresses, the kids' clothes. I think they've done well to make sure the items are usable elsewhere. I really, really like this pack, and I think if you haven't played it, I don't think you would regret it if you bought it. Okay, moving on to my top 5 packs. These are packs that I couldn't imagine playing The Sims without anymore. For example, obviously I played The Sims without them at some point, but I really, really like these packs and I think they're really well done. And number 5 on that list, which may be controversial, you guys might want to put it higher, but it's Cats and Dogs. And the reason why I couldn't play without it is, 1, I really like Brindleton Bay. I think it's a gorgeous place. 2, I like my Sims having pets. Like most of my families will have a dog or a cat. I kind of wish they brought horses because I really enjoyed horses in The Sims 3. I loved racing. I loved training my horse. But the reason it's not as high on the list as it could have been is because, 1, I didn't, and this is, you know, a lot of people have different opinions about this. I like my pets to be playable, and without my playable pets mod, I don't think I would have enjoyed this as much. I like to click on my dog, see how it's doing, direct it if I need to, because I'm very control freaky when I play my game. I like all my Sims needs to be looked after, and if the dog is like not looking after its own needs. I want to be able to take control. I wish it was more like the get to work careers where the vet is already kind of set up for you and you go in, you work your way up through the ranks, kind of like the doctor career, where you start off maybe just sweeping the floors, cleaning out the kennels, and then you get up to like maybe giving the injections, or maybe then you work all the way up to being like a proper surgeon. Like I think that would be more fun than running it as a business per se, because I love the hairs. I think the cast items are really nice. I love the style. It goes really well with the world. Yeah, I really enjoy the cast. I really enjoy the build buy. I like the whole vibe of the pack. I really enjoy it. And I think Cats and Dogs Laundry Day and Outdoor Retreat, like that Cats and Dogs combines well with a lot of other packs, like in terms of the aesthetic. I think it worked really well. So my other opinion about Cats and Dogs that is one negative is I don't like the fact that your pets, I loved the fact that and yes, it's not realistic, but I love the fact that my pets could go to work. I love the fact my pets could get skills, and I kind of miss that. Like your sim earns the pet training skill, or your dog doesn't earn skills itself. I just find it all a bit weird, and it's probably because it's not clickable, so you won't be able to see. But I love my dog having a job. I thought that was fun. I really did. Number 4, and this surprises even me, because when this pack was announced, I was like really gutted, and actually when I got it, freaking loved it. Laundry Day. Laundry Day is number 4. The reason it's number 4 is, yes, I don't really play with the laundry that much. I have a few Let's Plays with laundry and a few without, and I don't care either way. Like, it's not that big an annoyance to me. I like the realism it adds. But the reason I love Laundry Day is, one, the cast items. I think they're really good. I love the aesthetic of it. I think all of the clothes are really cool. Most of them I use a lot and I really like. And I love the build buy items. I love the whole rusticness of it. I love the wicker. I love the colour schemes. I like all the layered rugs. I really like this pack for the build buy and for the create sim items. And I love the whole concept of the community pack. Yes, this is not what I voted for. Yes, this is not what I would have picked. But I love the fact that the community got to vote for it. I love it. I think it's awesome. I loved it when they gave us all these like design concepts and they're like, pick the title, pick the name, pick the clothes. I love that idea, and I hope they do more of that, because I think it was really fun and it was really, really good. Now we're getting on to the top 3. Number 3 is City Living. Although I was disappointed that we couldn't edit and build our own apartments in other worlds, I really love City Living, and I like how it goes quite well with Desol Valley. Although Desol Valley was quite a disappointing world in terms of its size, I actually think it fits quite well with City Living. Like it's kind of believable that it is the outskirts of San Myshuno in a way. But the reason I love City Living is I love the singing skill, I love the karaoke bars, I like the apartments, I love having neighbours be noisy and getting up to all shenanigans and banging on your door telling you to shut up. I love the I'm distracted now. I love the what am I trying to say? I like seeing the tourists around. I like the little vendor stalls. I like the festivals. I love that you can get married at the Romance Festival. I love the city itself. I like how it's got different zones. I just think it's a really cool place to live, and I use it a lot. I tend to start my Sims Let's Plays off in a small apartment, because it feels natural that your sim would go from being a teenager living with their parents, moving into the city, into their own apartment, saving up, then getting maybe a house later on with their family. I think it's really fun. I love this pack, and it's gorgeous. The world is gorgeous. I think it's really, really cool. Now, number 2 and number 1, in my opinion, are joint. Like, I could not pick one over the other. And I've put Seasons as number 2. But really, Seasons and Parenthood are joint number 1 and 2 in my opinion. It wouldn't matter if I put Seasons 1, Parenthood 2, or Parenthood 1, Seasons 2, as I have done. But I love Seasons. I think it is a great pack. I love it. There's very little critiques I have about it. Like, I don't think, some people were a little disappointed we didn't get a new world. I don't think that was necessary. I love how they've implemented it into each world. I love how each world has its own weather system, and I hear that Strangerville is going to have its own unique weather system. I really enjoy the whole weather aspect. I love the seasons. I like that we can customize the length of the season, because I don't want them going by too quickly. I love the festivals, I love the calendar system. I just think it's really, really well done. There's so many little enjoyable moments that make this pack really great. I like that they introduced the bees. I like that they overhauled the gardening system. I think they did a really good job with that. I love the glass roofs. I love the aesthetics of this pack. I really love the cat items. I think they're all quite cool. The new hairs are really nice. I've used those quite a few times. Yeah, I'm just skimming through. There was loads and loads of stuff with this pack. I love the toddler pools. I think that was a great addition so that the toddlers can do something fun to cool off in the summer, because they can't use the slip and slide, they can't swim, so having their own little toddler pool is really cool. I love the windows. I'm not a builder, but I do like them. I love the curtains. I know it's silly to get excited over little things. Love the bedding, love the curtains. I like the gift giving exchange. I just think it's a really well done pack, and yeah, I really, really enjoy this one. Ice skating, I've forgotten half of what, oh yes, and like, the scouts, giving your kids the opportunity to join the scouts. I think that's so much fun. And the ice skating and the roller rinks, awesome, love it. And number one, although we could say it was joint with number two, is Parenthood. Now, Parenthood seasons, cats and dogs, city living, maybe not laundry day. That's probably a mistake to put that in my cannot live without. I could live without laundry day. But cats and dogs, city living, seasons, and Parenthood, I definitely would miss these without these in my game. I think they're really, really good packs. They really expand the game. They really make it interesting. They suit my style of playing, which is very family orientated. And Parenthood really sums that up. I love the cast. I love the build buy. I love how every life stage has been catered towards. I love how you can discipline your kids. I love how you can ban them from using their mobiles or whatever. I love that you can tell them off. I love the toddlers throw paint everywhere and make a mess. I love that the mood swings the kids go through. I love the parenting skill. I just think it's a really fun, and I really hope that more game packs come out like this that really flesh the game out. Every single Let's Play, you can get something from Parenthood and you can get something from Season, in my opinion. I just feel like it's really enjoyable. It really, really is fun. I love all the build buy items. I really, really, really enjoyed this pack. So there you go, guys. There is my list. I'm going to make one tweak. I'm going to drop laundry day down one and put cats and dogs up one. So I'm going to post my list in my description box down below. And if you want to put your list in the comment section, I'd be very interested, because like I said, I do feel like builders might have a completely different list. Even other Let's Players might have a completely different list to what I've come up with. But it's all down to your own taste, your own style, what you like from the game. Some people love vampires, they love aliens, they love the wackiness of it. Some people don't like that. So I'm really interested to hear what you guys got to say. Let me know what packs you are planning to buy in the future, what packs you really, really want to get. Let me know what you think about Strangerville. Where's Strangerville going to fit in this list for you guys, do you think, once you've played it and checked it out? But that's it from me. Sorry, this has been probably a really long video of me just chatting your ears off. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting. And I really hope that you comment below so I can read those, because I just find that really fascinating. Do give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in another video. Bye, guys.